Well folks, it looks like Honeycrisp season will be an important season once again for us Cobra Kai fans, as the new teaser trailer just dropped announcing Season 5 due to come out on September 9th. With Season 4 ending on another series of cliffhangers, the stakes will be even higher as the soul of the valley will be hard to break from Terry Silver's grasp. And while we had some questions answered, once again we were also left with some more questions. Will Mike Barnes come into the picture? Is Chozen going to fight Terry Silver? Will Miguel and Robby's rivalry finally end? This is my breakdown of the Cobra Kai Season 5 teaser trailer. Let's first break down the trailer shot by shot. The trailer starts off with a black screen and we hear chants of Cobra Kai fading in with the words 51st Annual All-Valley Karate Championship in the Karate Kid style font appearing on screen, then fading out as we get a quick recap of the end of Season 4. Kyler breaking his head on stone and Kenny breaking boards to help dominate the skills division, a shot of Terry Silver and John Kreese admiring their students during the qualifying matches, and then cutting to the end of the last match of the tournament where Tori defeated Sam. Tori's hand is raised as Cobra Kai is announced as the grand champion, with the dojo celebrating, Johnny and Daniel looking in disgust at the result, and Terry Silver celebrating victory while on the microphone. We then cut to a nighttime shot of the valley, with Silver announcing the turning point for Cobra Kai, which we then see the new Cobra Kai gym, very modernized with all the students dressed in black uniforms, and the only two notable students we see up front are Kyler and Kenny. Another angle of the class training is shown, while we next see a golden logo of Cobra Kai, more than likely a custom trophy on display in the dojo if I had to guess. Scary Terry announces that the competition has closed up shop as we see Daniel covering the Miyagi-Do sign outside the dojo. We then cut to Kenny demonstrating a strike on a student at the end of a spar. Kenny alongside other students is seen again while Silver grins looking on, and Terry proclaims that the only thing better than a full dojo is a valley full of dojos, as we see him marking a map with a Cobra Kai piece as we see a new Cobra Kai gym being opened, with Kenny passing out flyers at some sort of convention as it seems to be inside a school gym, as we can tell the bleachers are up in the background, and some shots of the map are shown as Terry places another piece showing the dominance of Cobra Kai. Johnny is seen drinking a beer while looking at a new Cobra Kai dojo, and who I presume to be Chozen not too far from him, and I could be wrong, the person just seems to walk like Chozen, and the back of the head looks like Chozen, and Silver's commercial ends with him in front of the class telling the viewer to come join us. The TV then cuts off in Daniel LaRusso's home as he tells Chozen what they're up against, as Chozen looks on next to him. We then hear Daniel narrate to a flashback of Karate Kid Part 3, where Terry meets Mr. Miyagi for the first time, and how he's not afraid to put kids in harm's way, as we see Daniel being forced to break the training dummy boards, mixed with some shots of Tori doing the same thing, though this time being forced to break stone, as other instructors look on with Silver, more than likely ones he hired for the new dojos. Daniel then finishes this by saying, "This is why I have to take them down" to Amanda inside their home, while wearing a suit similar to the one he wore to prom in the Karate Kid Part 2, or a similar shade at least. Silver warns Daniel that he's playing with fire, Danny boy, which then cuts to Chozen stepping up to Silver by saying, "And I am gasoline." The next shot cuts to someone leaving a convenience store carrying a bag as the door has Spanish lettering on it, who turns out to be Johnny with sunglasses leaving the store that still have the tag on them. In a somewhat similar scene from Karate Kid Part 3 where Miyagi is driving and Daniel was venting, Robby protests that he didn't know they were going down to Mexico to find Miguel, as we see in the aerial shot of them presumably driving. We then see Miguel getting off the bus as he's made it to Mexico. There's a quick shot of Carmen possibly on the phone either with Johnny or trying to reach Miguel, with the next scene showing Miguel being escorted by someone in his suit, presumably his father, to what looks like an underground cage fighting arena as a fight's going on. Johnny says, "Of course I have a plan," as the next scene shows him and Robby, who's sporting a black eye, with FBI shirts, which we know are female body inspector shirts as seen in prior photos, walking into the same arena as Johnny is being confronted by cage fighters, narrating he's going to ask around if anyone has seen Miguel. Robby responds in awe with, "That's the big plan?" as the next shot shows Johnny defending against the fighters as the crowd cheers on, and it cuts back to the end of Season 4 as Johnny stares at the empty dojo. He then narrates the next few shots with, "We all get shit wrong sometimes, but if you own up to your mistakes, you always have a shot at making things right." During this narration, we see Sam in a dark room, possibly a dream sequence, where Moon and Yasmin are standing in the background, and Hawk is there briefly with his trophy, which is very easily missed unless you slow the footage down, and Tori's standing at her trophy. Miguel spots Robby at a water park and shoves him as it seems they've made it back to California, given the sign and the license plates. Johnny tries to mediate between the two as Miguel claims they are not friends, and Robby responds with, "We never will be." The next shot cuts to Daniel telling Chozen there's only one way to end this, which then shows Silver training with two students, One of them I'm assuming to be Kenny, in a callback to Karate Kid Part 3, as Daniel says, "We have to cut the head off the snake." We cut back to the same room Sam is in as she's fighting someone in a dark gi who is using sai while she's using a bow staff. Johnny tells Carmen badass as he then kicks someone's surfboard in half, either on the way to Mexico or while in Mexico, as he's wearing the same shirt he wore in the convenience store. We see someone in a cowboy hat laughing as we see Miguel walk into the room wearing the same clothes he wore on the bus, and he then defends against someone grabbing his shoulder, while the next shot cuts to Miguel using the drum technique against Robby, and then Robby springs off the air conditioner, kicking Miguel against the wall, and a callback to the apartment fight between Johnny and Daniel. Silver then says, "I told you not to play with fire," possibly in a sauna as he has a towel around his neck like he did back in Karate Kid 3 while talking to Kreese. The logo appears with the date with Chozen showing Daniel his sai, when the last shot responds with, "I didn't mean literally cut his head off." Let's talk about what has been confirmed so far, either from the series itself or some of my previous videos. The first thing obviously is Terry taking the Cobra Kai dojo to the next level. As he predicted in 1985, he indeed has dojos all over the valley, and knowing how well off he is with the ability to pay the ref off in favor of his dojo, give students new gear, and have top of the line equipment in modernized gyms, he more than likely will teach for free. Looking at his map, he has 9 dojos that are either already open or planning to be open as marked by the flags with the circular shape, and if we presume for the rectangles to be spots he plans to open the dojos in, he has 6 plots of land that he's looking at. 15 dojos is going to be a lot to take on, and this further proves how powerful Terry really is. It's most likely that he's brought in some of the best instructors around the world, as they are all present while Tori is training, as Silver considers her to be the best student currently. Of course, the best moment for me is when Chozen and Terry Silver meet for the first time. I'm really hoping we get Chozen to either fight Terry or Mike Barnes, but it's very clear that Chozen is all in on helping Daniel take down Terry's Cobra Kai. As we had seen in some leaks around the release of Season 4, Johnny indeed is taking Robby down to Mexico to help him find Miguel. Some sleuths in my Discord server also investigated the logos and the background of pictures that had the actors in them, who I presume this person to be Miguel's dad, and as we speculated it could be some sort of martial arts school or MMA logo, it turns out we were right. You can see the same logo and lettering where Miguel walks in on the corners of the ring and as a banner behind the cage. We also will see at least one more fight between Miguel and Robby, as they didn't have a proper match in the All Valley, and I suspect this will be the one to end the rivalry. Johnny's role in the scenario is to make things right once and for all, give his speech, and try to bring the two stepbrothers together. 2 other things are confirmed arcs going forward: Tori being unsure of her win and knowing that she didn't win the right way, and Sam facing her own fears and trauma due to her feeling like she let the team down. As I briefly touched upon before, Kenny is diving deeper into the realm of Cobra Kai, being one of the dojo's leading students during the commercial and training, getting some hits in, and more than likely being one of the students sparring with Silver. Here are some of my theories and predictions with some of the plot lines going forward. Very similar to Season 4 teasers and trailers, there's probably a very good reason why there's only one shot of Hawk in this trailer. There are probably some big plot lines and plans with him going forward, which I suspect may be either taken under Chozen's wing, and or taking the fight to Cobra Kai, perhaps facing off against Sean if Kenny somehow can't beat Hawk himself. Speaking of Sean, depending on when the timeline of Season 5 is, if it continues to the beginning of fall, he will most likely make an appearance near the end of the season. Kenny stated in Then Learn Fly that he got an extra month for punching a guard in juvie. I would imagine that he would side with Kenny or be reluctant to side with Robby due to the amount of respect he has for him. As for Sam, I feel that the scene she's in is either a dream or some kind of room that's giving her flashbacks, as she's being watched by Yasmin and Moon from the Halloween party in Season 1 and Hawk with his trophy from Season 4. I'm unsure of who she's fighting, but I would imagine it would be either a new Miyagi-Do student, who could be possibly one of Chozen's students, or a dark representation of herself, as we know that Sam was the one to use both sai and bow staff, 2 Miyagi-Do weapons. I still feel like Kreese was also hidden from the trailer for a reason, as Martin Kove has stated in previous articles that his role in Season 5 will be emotional. Kreese more than likely will come to terms with the consequences of his actions, and as I've stated in my character analysis of him, he's doing what he can to break the pattern of his previous action. From what we've seen with Miguel, I imagine he will add some more martial arts to his repertoire due to his father being associated with an MMA-like fighting organization, and one can only wonder if this will come into play in his eventual fight with Robby. I'm interested in seeing where the rivalry and actions go, as hopefully it will be put to an end very soon. Last but not least, I'm very interested in seeing how Tori's arc is going to play out. Perhaps since she's being put through the same type of training that Daniel was put through in Karate Kid Part 3, she can seek out help once again from either the LaRussos or join Johnny again with Eagle Fang. Either way, things are going to heat up for Season 5 and September can't get here fast enough. As we saw in Season 4, defense wins championships and people flock to winners. If you're going to use a VPN, you may as well go with multiple-time All-Valley champion like NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/StrifeTheWarrior or use coupon code StrifeTheWarrior to get a NordVPN 2-year plan with a huge discount. Here's why you need to secure yourself with NordVPN. You can use it to unlock Netflix and your favorite entertainment websites that are not available here in the US. You can connect up to 6 devices at the same time with one account. There is no data logging whatsoever, and it works even in China. If you're out and about and using public Wi-Fi networks in places such as coffee shops and airports, NordVPN will protect you with double data encryption for increased anonymity. Sometimes you need to wait and strike when the moment is right, just like Kenny did with Anthony and his friends. NordVPN works with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android, has a Chrome extension which is very user-friendly, and unlimited bandwidth. If you're not happy with it for any reason, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN was a 7-time champion in 2021, winning the Business Choice, Reader's Choice, and Best Tech Product of 2021 from PC Mag, Best Android VPN from Android Central, the Best All-Around VPN from Expert Reviews, Best VPN Service from Forbes Advisor, and App Development Team of the Year from App Promotion Summit. It's also the only VPN to get all the green checks on PC Mag. So what are you waiting for? Go to nordvpn.com/StrifeTheWarrior or use coupon code StrifeTheWarrior at checkout to secure yourself with NordVPN. Shout out to NordVPN for giving me the opportunity to be an affiliate. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think will happen in Season 5? If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, subscribe, share it with your friends, and comment, as these all help my channel grow. By the way, if you like the character development, themes, symbolism, and character dynamics of Cobra Kai, you'll definitely want to check out Tiger and Bunny. It's on Netflix and it's worth checking out right now as there's 2 seasons and 2 movies to watch. And I actually just covered one of the characters, Kotetsu Kaburagi, on my channel, also known as Tiger, as he shares a lot of similarities with Johnny Lawrence in his development and his character. If you get a chance, check out the series and then check out my video on Kotetsu as well. I'll also have another Tiger and Bunny character analysis video coming on the weekend as well, so I definitely recommend you checking out the series while we wait for Cobra Kai Season 5 to come out. Be sure to check out and subscribe to my second gaming channel. I'm trying to get this channel to YouTube partner, and supporting this channel also helps me support my main channel. I'll be uploading more clips to this gaming channel, so stay tuned for that. Keep up with me on my socials via Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to my YouTube members, I appreciate the support. If you'd like to directly support the channel, consider becoming a member and enjoy perks such as behind the scenes updates, access to the VIP Discord, shoutouts and videos, and more. Thanks for watching, stay beautiful, stay awesome, and we'll catch you around next time.